G'day folks, welcome to an Oz Cyclone Chasers Queensland Daily Weather Update today, the 6th of March 2023. My name's Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by our major sponsor TownsvilleSheds.com. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed-safe accredited shed. Alright, we got a tropical low located, or monsoon low located about 100k to the north-northeast of the Queensland NT border out here in the Gulf of Carpentaria. It's driving a moist onshore airstream into the west coast of Queensland. It's driving a moist onshore airstream into the Gulf Coast of Queensland. It's also helping to create a bit of turning in the flow here as the monsoon interacts with easterly winds around northeast Queensland. On top of that, around northeast Queensland near Cairns, we had a weak circulation develop this morning, which has enhanced the rainfall on the north tropical coastline. 24 hours till 9 o'clock this morning. We have seen a tremendous amount of rainfall in the Cairns district, particularly just to the northwest of Cairns, up here at Saddle Mountain. 307 millimetres has been recorded, but generally you can see falls in the 150 to 250 range. Not to be outdone too much, there's been quite substantial rainfall also in the Atherton tablelands. A lot of the time when we see all that heavy rain on the coast, the tablelands tends to miss out, but there's been some really good falls on the tablelands as well, 50 to 110 around there. Also in the Innisfail district, we've seen some enhancement of rainfall, and particularly in the last 6 to 12 hours out there with falls up around 120 to 150 millimetres. Generally, this area of heavy rainfall will be gradually slipping southwards down towards the southern Cassowary coast and then the Herbert, Burdekin and then the Mackay with Sunday's coastline over the next couple of days. Although probably not quite to that intensity. You can also see some heavy falls of rain have fallen across the Cape York Peninsula region and the Gulf country. Quite a few flood warnings have been issued by the Bureau of Meteorology. Flood watch for the Gulf coastline and flood watch also for Cooktown to Cardwell coastal catchments. And an initial flood warning just this morning for the Barron River near Cairns there. And the actual spot that they're interested in is the Camarunga Bridge today. Okie dokie, so looking at our winds, we can see our low pressure system located in the Gulf of Carpentaria. We can see that squeezing effect that we've got with that turning of the airflow back into the coastline around the north tropical coast this morning. Through the day today, we can see that that squeezing area pushes southwards through to the southern Cassowary and then into the Herbert region as we get into the overnight period. And you can see here the low pressure system really hasn't done much today. It's just been sitting there, or it will be sitting there, and just be maintaining its intensity there. And the expectation tomorrow is that this area around the Herbert Burdekin region will be the area of the squeeze, but the squeeze probably not quite as strong as it was up in the Cairns district. Looking at rainfall today, we can see convective precip extending and pushing further southwards through the north tropical coast as the morning progresses, and you can see heavy rainfall from showers, thunderstorms across Cape York Peninsula from areas just north of Weipa southwards, and you can see lots of potential convection around the Gulf country. Some isolated activity through northwest Queensland, isolated activity through the Herbert, Burdekin, Mackay region as well. You can also see there's a little splotchy shower activity possible across the inland southern Queensland region, just very isolated high-based convective cells there, not much rain associated with those whatsoever. And then as we progress into this evening and tonight, you can see our focus is the Gulf Coast, but our focus also North Tropical Coast pushing down into the Herbert region overnight tonight into early tomorrow, with showers increasing on the Townsville-Ingham coastline through the morning tomorrow, or through the overnight period into tomorrow morning in that area. You can also see rainfall continues to operate throughout that Gulf and Cape York Peninsula region. Between now and when we speak tomorrow, we're expecting to see moderate to heavy falls in the Gulf coastline, extending to the Gulf inland areas, the widespread shower and thunderstorm potential across Cape York Peninsula, or more isolated activity through the northern interior. These isolated little areas of convection across inland Queensland, a bit nuisance to try and forecast exactly where they're going to be, but they're not going to produce much rain anyway. And we will start to see rainfall increasing into northwest Queensland from overnight tonight, or from tonight into tomorrow. On the east coast, we can see significant rainfall on the north tropical coast, but gradually starting to filter down to that Ingham-Townsville coastline by tomorrow morning. And we're also going to start to see showers just increasing a touch around the Mackay with Sunday's region too as we get into tomorrow. There's a ton more weather to come, and for many more areas of Queensland. So if you want to know more about what's happening later in the week, head over to join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au. Check out our subscription options, help support our work. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll talk to you again in the morning. Enjoy that rain.